gentlemen, welcome back to Controlled Chaos. Today we're setting up a spread in my jotted down journal, and I will be using the CeeWhimsy Studios Sunflower Adventures and a Sunflower Story sticker sheet. So, today I want to speak about mental health and the illusion of control. If you also, like me, felt like you had to hold everything together just to keep from falling apart, this chat might be for you. For a long time, control was a way of safety for me. If I could plan it, predict it, organize it, then I could protect myself from disappointment, from chaos, from pain. But it's a falsehood. It was a coping mechanism, and eventually the need for control started controlling me. My mind was always racing, my body always tense, my peace nowhere to be found. And I realized what I was calling control was actually fear, dressed as routines and perfectionism. What I had to learn is that mental health isn't always about having it together. Sometimes it's creating space to not have it together. Letting go doesn't mean I have to give up. It means loosening the grip on the things that I was never meant to carry alone. Because healing doesn't happen in control, it happens in surrender. I had to tell myself, I'm allowed to pause. I'm allowed to cry. I'm allowed to change the plan. My affirmation now for myself is that nothing is permanent, everything is temporary. The pain is temporary. This situation is temporary. These people may be temporary. And that's helped me to kind of combat the disarray that I have going on in my present life, now, then, and in the future. I held on to control as a way of survival. I learned this behavior in youth from being in an unsafe environment, for not feeling safe at home. So if I could control what was going on, that I could control what happened. But I often found that the very need for control was the thing that was holding me back. It was the tension in my shoulders. It was the mental exhaustion from overthinking. It was the burnout from trying to manage other people's emotions. That was my body asking me to release. And release doesn't mean no action. It often meant release didn't mean more action. It meant more rest. It meant not doing the things. It meant not controlling. It was me giving myself to grace, me finding grace when my mind is trying to find solutions. It was me coming to this conclusion that I had to ask myself, okay, well, what does rest look like on a daily basis? What does release look like? It was finding a way to say no, or just saying no without guilt. It was pausing my to-do list for my emotional needs. If I was mentally worked up, maybe watching a TV show or watching something that was a dopamine hit gained me a little bit more clarity. It was choosing rest in the face of hustle and asking for help, even if I felt like I should have had it all together, or if I could do it alone because I'm my own person and I'm an adult, so I should be able to figure it out. No, asking for help is actually strength. Asking for help is actually a way to help your mind not go so much, for you to not have so much anxiety or be labeled as depressed because you're not trying to figure it out as by yourself. I had to come to these conclusions within myself, within my therapist, and slightly with the help of ChatGPT, because we all know how that system works, right? But I am still working on these things. I am still letting myself feel without needing to rush my emotions to be over or my dissatisfaction to be over to get back to a place of satisfaction. It's a challenge. I am not going to kid you. It is a challenge, especially since I've been doing this mental gymnastics for about 30 years at this point. So it's all a work in progress. And if you are feeling like you have to figure it out by yourself because you're an adult, you don't. You have resources, you have people, you have things around you to help you, to guide you, to assist you with your problems or with your worries or with your troubles. I'm learning that asking for help, finding rest, doing the things necessary to bring peace and calm to my mind is not weakness, but it's actually wisdom. Wisdom in knowing when to let go, wisdom in knowing how to let go, and learning that my mind is not a machine, but rather a sacred space. A sacred space for me to honor my thirst for life, my enthusiasm in life, my childlike wonder, to be able to go out and get the things and do the things that I desire because I desire them. Understanding when sometimes I don't have all the resources and I don't have all the answers. So I may have to speak to a 3D worldly person, or I may need to go and speak to my spiritual counsel. But whatever it is, I need to be able to have the understanding that that is important in that moment, and I can't do it all by myself. So today, if you are like me, feeling overwhelmed, if your mind is loud and your heart is tired, if you just if you just feel like you're broken, or you feel like you're not enough or it's not enough, those aren't the case. You're just being asked to let go. Let go of the pressure. Let go of the pain. Let go of the plan. Let go of the belief that you have to do it alone. Your peace is waiting for you on the other side of surrender. And I'm right here with you in this process. Learning, growing, and surrendering. Thank you for showing up intentionally. And I'll leave you to watch the remainder of this video with some soft music. Thank you guys. See you on the next one.